Jumbo clay oval track here at KSP, and we certainly hope that you folks are enjoying the show that they bring us here this year in the 2011 season. Up here in the stand, or up here in the booth, once again, we got Justin Weidman, the series announcer. Justin, I'm kind of excited to see these guys because they're going to race hard. They have to.
You know, that's it, Doug. They have to race hard. And what did you call it? Black gumbo?
Black gumbo clay oval.
Well, that's definitely a new track condition for me.
That is black gumbo. Back home where I'm from in the state of Michigan, they have this really rich black gumbo clay, and it's just awesome clay. It makes for a real fast track, holds together real well, and this is almost about the same type of stuff, and this is what all the track promoters and owners look for, is that black clay. You can see it's a different color than what the infield is.
Well, we'll see if these guys that are making their way out on the racetrack, Doug, can trump the black gumbo. I've had some gumbo in Louisiana, which was extremely good, but we'll see how the gumbo in Kennedale is tonight, right?
Well, I'll tell you what, this will be interesting because Walter Lane, I believe he's starting on the pole in the number 88 out of Benbrook, Texas, with the All Imports Auto Parts sponsored ride. He's got the luxury to start up front.
Well, you know, there's only one way to go from there. Alongside of Lane, out of Georgetown, Texas, driving the Norfox Refrigeration, Computech Computers, Valvoline Express Care, car number 2 is John Freeman. He'll start outside row number 2.
Car number 84 will be on row number 2 on the inside. That's David Garland out of Irving, Texas. The Wheels of America sponsored ride, also sponsored by CSN Signs.
Outside of Garland in row number 2, out of Dallas, Texas, the Paul's Oil Station, Latner Communication, Schoolhouse Audio and Visual, car number 7. That's Carl Lamb outside row number 2.
Moving back to the third row is the Gleckler Underground sponsored ride out of Joshua, Texas. Car number 31, Stace Haviland.
Outside of Haviland, out of Irving, Texas, driving the Young Gun Shootout, racingforhisglory.org. That's car number 91, driven by Kerry Rush. He'll start outside row 3.
Row 4 is going to be the Impact Racing sponsored ride, also sponsored by Thode Motorsports out of Prosper, Texas. Chris Thode in the 42.
Outside row number 4, out of Fort Worth, Texas, driving the Beast of Texas Racing, car number 69, is Brian Fielder.
Last and final row, it's going to be the number 30. Actually, not the last and final row, but actually Shane Glockler in the number 30 out of Joshua, Texas, sponsored by Glockler Underground.
Outside row number 5, out of North Richland Hills, Texas, the Klein Equipment, Rick Novak Tool Company, car number 20 of Mike George.
The next row will be Rick Webb in the 87 out of Oklahoma, Edmond, Oklahoma, Smiley's sponsored ride, Rick Webb.
Outside of Webb, out of Weatherford, Texas, is Bruce Bridgers driving that car number 11, and Craig Woods, both wrapping up the back of the field, had trouble in the heat races. Doug, we'll see what they got tonight's B-Main. Lights are out, looking for a green flag. Race fans as they come out of turn number 4.
It's go or go home here in the B-Main as they take the green flag going into turn number 1.
Top 5 finishers will transfer to tonight's A feature, and the caution flag is out already. Trouble for the 11 car of Bruce Bridgers as he comes to rest, Doug, right directly in front of the flag stand. And I don't know if he's really having trouble or if he just want a little TV time. Maybe you want to show a sponsor or something.
Yeah, that might be. You never know. These drivers, they do like to get the attention, but I think that he would much rather get the attention by coming away with a victory win here in B-Main.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about this guy driving the 11th car. He is no stranger to the game, and typically he is an extremely fast race car driver. However, this year, this is a new race car. It's a new setup. It's a whole new deal for these guys with the 11 team. So the last couple of nights, you know, they've been fighting to find the setup. And Doug, you know just as well, you've been behind the wheel. It's tricky. And like you talk about with track conditions changing, the wind, and you know, I got to thinking prior to the race tonight, we've talked about a whole lot of things that play a factor in the racetrack and the race conditions. But have you ever been driving down the highway, let's say 90 miles an hour or so, and you stick your hand out the window, it just jerks it back real quick? It's a lot like having a wing sticking up on top of your race car. So add that to the mix.
Oh, yes. These aerofoil wings that are on the top side are functional, and look at the differences in how some of the angle that some of these drivers have selected. Some have went a little steeper than others.
That's
and
right.
The nose wing also is very critical on these cars.
You know, you can watch some of these guys, they'll lose a nose wing throughout the race, they'll get tangled up in something, and it becomes a whole different race car. You're right.
Right now they're looking for debris over there in turn number 4, didn't find any, and Walter Lane still on the pole, the Benbrook driver in the number 88, Walter Lane on the pole.
Outside of Lane in row number 1, John Freeman out of Georgetown, Texas, looking to give Lane some trouble as they come out of turn number 4. Tony Hernandez, flag in hand. Will we go green this time by? Series of Texas 2011 Tour. There are 5 guys that will transfer from this race to tonight's money race. The Smiley's Outlaw Driving School Hoosier Tire Southwest A-Main. Lap 1 is complete. Still your race leader, car number 88 out of Brittenbrook, Texas, is Walter Lane down the back straightaway, followed by John Freeman in the 2 car. Chris Stowe driving 42. That's David Gall in the 84 car. The 7 of Carl Lamb. The 91 of Kerry Rush, followed by the 30 car of Shane Glecker. 20 is Mike George. 31 Stacy Hamlin. The 69 of Ryan Fielder, Rick Webb, and Dustin Woods, all trying to find their way to the front.
Chris Stowe in that number 42, making a nice move on the outside. Look at here, he comes across the stripe with the lead here in the B-Main.
Well, Doug, that 42 car has definitely found something new from tonight's heat races. He is in the B feature for a reason. That means tonight's heat races didn't go like he planned. He's right on the mark right now as it comes out of turn number 4. He'll lead this lap as we get halfway this time by.
Laps are winding down rather quickly, and we're going to feel the race smells. A lot of them are working that bottom side here in the B-Main this time.
Chris Stowe driving car number 42, your race leader coming out of turn number 4, followed by John Freeman in the number 2 car, the 88 car, Walter Lane. David Gall in the 84 car making a move on the left side to take over that 3rd place spot. He does, and Carl Lamb in the 7 car wrapping up that final transfer spot.
Chris Stowe in that number 42 continues to work from all sides of the track. Looks like he works the bottom over there, 1 on 2. Either the top, middle, or the bottom at 3 and 4.
2 laps to go. 2 laps to go as the field comes down the front straightaway. Your race leader, Chris Stowe, driving car number 42, takes the white flag this time around. Race fans down the back straightaway. They make their way looking for glory as they come out of turn number 4. Final turn, final time. Your Sound Out Racing Products B feature goes to number 42, Chris Stowe, followed by the 2 of John Freeman, the 84 of David Garland, the 7 of Carl Lamb, the 88 of Walter Lane, Shane Glecker, Mike George, Kerry Rush, Brian Fielder, 31 of Stacy Hamlin, Rick Webb is 87, and the 06 of Craig Woods, wrapping up tonight's Sound Out Racing Products B feature.
Well, when they got that caution flag out of their system, it did not take long for these guys to roll up their sleeves and get back to work and put this one in the history book.
You said it before we ever started this race. It's go or go home. It's all or nothing right now. And the guys that finished 6th, they're back. Well, they leave everything on the racetrack, so they're done for tonight. And the guys that finished, the top 5 guys that we saw come across the start-finish line, well, now those guys, their work's just begun because now they'll start at the back of the A-Main and try to make their way up to the front as well.
It's going to be a tough night here at Kennedale Speedway Park for the sprint cars and all the divisions here. We'll have to wait and see what happens.
Doug, in the meantime, before we get back to you guys racing, we've got some stuff to give away. Don't forget Babe's Chicken Dinner House. We'll wait till intermission to give us a little time. Babe's Chicken Dinner House has given us a lot of stuff to give away for tonight's stop here. It is stop number 2 on the 2011 Tour. So, race fans, hang on because we got free giveaways coming up.
Well, we're going into the intermission period now as we are going into an intermission period. This is a good chance for you to go down and visit the souvenir stand, see what we have down there in the way of apparel and much, much more. Also, if you'd like to work your way down to the concession stand, you can do that as well. Great food menu here at Kennedale Speedway Park. Good food and at reasonable prices. So make your way down there. Also, if you'd like to take a potty break, you can go down there and visit our clean restrooms that we have here at Kennedale Speedway Park, along with get a visit to see Debbie down there at the photo booth. We are in a short intermission period here at Kennedale Speedway Park. Once again,